Have you ever wondered why the good guy always gets used? Why doing the right thing makes you feel invisible, or worse, disposable? Here's the ugly truth. A man obsessed with being morally right often does it from fear, not strength. And the world can smell that fear. From the time we're boys, we're fed this story. Be nice, be agreeable, be good, don't fight, be morally upstanding, and people will respect you. Women will want you. The world will reward you. It's a fairy tale. Because in reality, the man who bends to morality without boundaries gets bent by the world. And too many men wear morality like a shield, not because they believe in it, but because they're terrified of being rejected, challenged, or seen as dangerous. Morality, without strength, is weakness pretending to be virtue. Let me say that again. Morality, without strength, is weakness pretending to be virtue. See, a weak man isn't moral because it's right. He's moral because he's scared. He wants to avoid conflict. He wants to be liked. He wants to be seen as one of the good ones. And you know who can feel that? Everyone. The girl you're dating, your boss, your friends, even strangers, because morality without backbone feels off. It feels fake. It doesn't feel like courage. It feels like hiding. That's why the nice guy doesn't win. He's moral, but not dangerous kind, but not powerful. He's agreeable, but not respected. And deep down, he knows it. Nietzsche once said, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. But if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you." People always quote that. But they miss what Nietzsche meant. You must have the capacity for darkness, for chaos, for monsterhood. Only then can you choose restraint. Only. Then does your morality mean something? Stoics like Marcus Aurelius knew this too. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." But Marcus wasn't soft. He was an emperor. He led armies. He made brutal decisions. He had blood on his hands and virtue in his heart. That's what made his morality powerful, because he could be cruel, but chose not to be. Now fast. Forward to today. Men are more isolated than ever, more confused. They're trying to navigate a culture that tells them to be soft, but punishes them for being weak. So what do? They double down on fake morality. They become self-righteous online. They virtue signal. They avoid confrontation. They play the good guy, hoping for female validation, hoping not to be labeled toxic, hoping someone will finally see them. But it doesn't work because underneath all that niceness is fear. And fear is not respectable. Fear is not attractive. Fear is not masculine. You want to be moral? Then first be strong. Be dangerous. Be capable of destruction. Only then is your mercy worth something. Here's the twist no one wants to hear. Evil men aren't the ones ruining masculinity. Weak men are, because weak men pretend to be moral to avoid responsibility. They outsource their integrity to the group. They follow trends instead of truth. They fear offending more than they fear dishonor. And here's the worst part. The more they cling to moral identity, the more the world walks over them. The man who cannot say no is not moral. He's obedient, and obedience without spine turns men into slaves. Slow, direct, calm, but forceful. So here's your challenge. Next time you feel the need to say, "I'm doing the right thing," ask yourself, is it truly right or just easy? Are you acting from strength or hiding behind a mask of goodness? Morality without power is theater. Be the man who chooses virtue, not because he has to, but because he could have done worse. And that's what makes him dangerous. And respected fade to black.